Welcome back to Wearing Number 10, at last. Sorry I disappeared off the face of YouTube for 2 months, but life gets in the way of us all. We have another season of Premier League football to look forward to, and we've got a brand new team in Brentford. I can't really count Norwich and Watford as new teams since they've only just come straight back up. And since everyone's trying to predict how the table will look next May, I thought I'd throw in my own 2 cents. So starting at the bottom in 20th, I think Norwich. I just think they'll go straight back down because that's what they do nowadays. 19th Brighton and 18th Newcastle. I think these teams have been hovering around relegation for a while, and I think this is the year that'll finally happen. 17th Brentford, their first year in the big time. I think they'll just about squeeze by, as will 16th Southampton and 15th Watford. Moving on to the very boring bit of the table now, I think 14th Palace, 13th Villa, 12th Burnley and 11th Wolves. They won't be spectacular, but none of them will be in serious trouble late on. Moving into the top half, I think Leeds will come 10th, having roughly the same season they did last year. 9th Arsenal and 8th Everton. I think these two teams will both have times this season where we say, oh wow, they're unstoppable, and also, oh wow, these teams are dust. But they'll just be kind of bang average. Spurs I think will come 7th. Now I know their supposed collapse has been the story of the summer, but I think they're still better than a majority of the teams they'll play, so they'll be kind of similar to what they are now. 6th and 5th West Ham and Leicester. They're still pretty good, but I just don't think they have the quality again to last the pace. It must be hard being a Leicester fan now. 3rd year in a row you just missed out in Champions League football, but I just don't see it. So moving into the top 4, and in 4th we find Man United. I think they did well to sign Jadon Sancho finally, but I think the teams around them are improving as well, and I still doubt them in the games against the big teams. 3rd Liverpool. I don't think they'll have quite as bad a year as they did last year, but when you look at the teams around them, you just feel like they're better. So no title for Liverpool this year. So that leaves Chelsea and City in contention for the title. Even though I still think Chelsea are getting stronger under Thomas Tuchel, the arrival of Grealish is exactly what City needs to get to the next level. So I think they'll retain their title and be strong contenders again to win the Champions League too. So that's how I think the Premier League is going to go. Just a final recap there of my table. But what about fantasy football? Well, as you might have seen in the first video I ever posted to this channel, last season I just picked my fantasy football team in week 1 and just left it as it was. That didn't go too well for me, and I thought I'd put more effort into it this year, but then I realised that I'll just fall off again like I always do. So this year I decided to go with an even lazier option. Click autofill, let the machine do it for me, and we'll see how it goes. And this is what I've ended up with. All in all, it's a pretty good team. You might select it for a game week or 2, but to have it for all 38 weeks? Ooh boy! We'll check back in May. So that's my preview of the Premier League season. Do you agree with my league predictions? Am I a fantasy football idiot? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully there'll be more content coming your way soon.